What's up, everybody? It's Jeff, the Horrorphile 666. This is going to be another My Thoughts video. This time around, I went ahead and, I'm going to do one for a movie that I just seen in the theater. I went with my nephew to see Contagion, and, I must say it really was phenomenal. I don't really have any good reference material, so I just took a flyer from the theater. It's called the Movieland Cinemas. That's usually the one that I go to. They're pretty reasonable. The matinees are only $6. It's anywhere between like 10 a.m. and about 5 p.m. So, I usually try to catch them early. And, so I saw Contagion, and I was just completely blown away. Before I really get into it, I'm going to say, of course, that it may contain possible spoilers. This is a kind of a movie where, to really sort of, not exactly review it, but just to even have your thoughts on it, you really got to be careful of the certain things you say, because some of it can really give a lot away. So I'm going to try my hardest, to not give any major points away. But anyways, it has a stellar cast in it. Gwyneth Paltrow, or Paltrow, however you want to say it, Matt Damon, Elliot Gould, Jude Law, Bryan Cranston, so many people, Kate Winslet, who else is in there, Lawrence Fishburne, just so many people. I mean, like, in every scene there's at least, at least one or more A-list Hollywood actors and actresses in there. So, just that alone is really cool. Like on the previews and stuff, like, it just very briefly mentions who's in it. And, I did a little bit of research on IMDb and, watched the trailers and things, and been seeing some of the posters and advertisements from the film, and it really made me want to see it. I'm pretty selective on the movies that I do go to and when they come out in the theater, and this was one I've definitely been wanting to see since I heard about it maybe 4 or 5 months ago. But yeah, so, of course, it's basically something like a disease breaks out, like a viral type of disease, and, they're trying to figure out how it was caused, and the CDC wants to, kind of look into whoever made initial contact with the virus strain, and then go ahead and, try to find just about every person that they were in contact with within this amount of time. The movie itself opens up, and what you see is the beginning is day 2. They don't speak about day 1, and then right away, right off the bat, I was kind of like, well, okay. I figured maybe something at the end would, give away day 1. It goes roughly about day 2 to about day 150, so it's, a few solid months in there. And, I don't want to give any conclusions away or anything. But, so it's, a lot of it is about the CDC, and, and then the military gets involved as well. And, of course, there's quarantines and roadblocks, and they're turning people away and things like that. And the main thing that they want to try to do is identify it, alert the media, and have everyone know about what's going on, and then try to find some form of a vaccine. So, that's what a lot of it is about. But then it goes into individual people that their families are affected. For instance, I'm not going to say really who was, but Matt Damon, he plays the role of, a family man, a father, with a few children and a wife, and, his wife is involved in international business and things like that, going to Hong Kong and all various destinations around the world. And, so that there are a lot of the stories about him. Also Lawrence Fishburne's character, and his wife as well, and Jude Law is in there too. He plays somewhat of like a freelance writer or a blogger, whatever you want to call it. Like, I mean, he basically considers himself a journalist, but not quite. And like, he feels like he has like kind of his finger on the pulse of whatever's going on. That's somewhat of a spoiler, but I mean, you see what happens as far as with his character as well. Yeah, I was just totally glued to my chair in the theater. I got a nice spot, basically like almost right around the middle of the theater, and wasn't too busy. I went to a 4:20 showing, and there was a showing prior to that about 2 o'clock or something, and that one was pretty crowded. So yeah, I mean, it was a nice environment, not having a theater that's super packed and everybody's talking and goofing around and munching popcorn, the whole thing. I mean, like, you could definitely focus on it a lot better since the theater was much less crowded than normal, and I really thought that was a plus. But I mean, of course, whenever you see a movie, you always gotta kind of your environment, your surroundings once you're in there, kind of take that into effect. But yeah, I mean, so I highly recommend this movie. I would definitely give it a solid 9 out of a 10. If you like movies like Outbreak, especially, for instance, you'll love this. Even if you like movies like 28 Days Later and things like that, as far as like viral outbreaks and things, I mean, this doesn't talk anything about like zombies or any of that, but I mean, if they would have taken it in another direction, they definitely could have did some kind of a zombie film with this. That would have been really interesting. Yes, I mean, if any of you guys have seen it, leave your comments about it below and stuff. I mean, I'd like to get a bit of a conversation going, and I mean, I guess the review, or whatever you want to call it, my thoughts on it, I didn't really give too much out, so I mean, don't be mad. Basically, I'm really trying to be good at not putting spoilers in, especially on this one, since it's still out in the theater, and it's generating some good amount of money too, and it's got very good reviews from what I've seen. A couple not so good ones, but then again, some of these websites and magazines that don't really rate movies that good, it's like usually, those are the ones that are almost consistently saying nothing's good, but sort of like snobby kind of things. Anyway, yeah, I mean, definitely check this out. It's even worth full price at night. I'm saying even $10–12, and whichever way you can see it, it's well worth it. If you're really looking to have a movie that's really going to hold your interest and kind of stay with you a bit after you see it, and really make you think about what would happen if this really was real, if this did come true, because this became a worldwide thing. It wasn't just North America or whatever. It's like a worldwide thing. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely something to think about, and I wanted to do this review when the movie was fresh in my mind. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on Contagion. Of course, right there it says it's rated PG-13. The movie runs about an hour and 45 minutes. So it's decent time frame on there too, and you really do get your money's worth, and you're well satisfied walking out the door. So yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. I made my possible best effort at doing this, my thoughts for you guys, and it's a new thing for me because I've never talked about a movie that's actually out in theaters right now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like I said, have a great weekend, and watch some movies and relax, and just kind of shut off your brain and just enjoy. The cinema is here for us, and it's a great outlet, it's a great escape. And yeah, guys, till next time, take care, bye.